Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. So in today's video we're going to be making the dangona candy. The dangona candy is a Korean street food or street snack made out of sugar and baking soda. So I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do that using your household equipment, using what you can find in the house. So first of all, you're going to be needing your baking soda and then your sugar. You're also going to be needing some shape, so you can buy some shape from the market, but like I said, I'm going to be using the things I can find in the house. So I got this spray bottle, so I'm going to be using the cap, the cover to the spray bottle. Yes, I've washed it, so that's the cap. So I'm going to be using that for a circle, and then this is my, I think my phone holder, as in car holder or car grip, I don't know, something like that. So, but I think I ended up not using it. Then I made a triangle out of a cardboard paper. So you can as well buy all of these shapes from the market, but I just wanted to use household, anything I could find in the house. So then you're gonna need a flat surface to press the dangona candy when it's a little bit cold. So for that, any flat surface can do, but preferable metal or stainless or steel, something like that. So I'm going to be using that surface. So I'm just kind of telling you guys that I've cleaned the surface, so the surface is clean. So I'm going to spray some baking soda on the surface. So the aim of this is to make sure that when I do the candy on the surface, that it doesn't stick to the surface, so that it can be easy for me to like detach it from the surface. Because if you don't put a little bit of baking soda on the surface, it's going to stick. I think they said you can use a baking paper, or I don't know, I'm not into baking, something of that sort, so that you can do your candy on top, so that it doesn't stick to the surface you're going to use. Well, I decided to spray some soda on it. It can also help you not to stick on the surface. So next up, you're going to use a non-sticky pan, but I don't have a non-sticky pan, so I'm just going to use the available pot I have. So you're going to spray the amount of sugar or the amount of candy you want to get. You're just going to boil it and pour the sugar into the pot, and make sure that you're doing this on low heat. So like I said, make sure you're doing it on low heat, then you're going to allow it to start melting. So if you can see very clearly, around the pot is really melting from the side of the pot. So at that point, you start to turn. You keep turning. Don't stop turning, because when you stop turning, it will develop lumps and it will be hard to melt. So at this point, everything that is supposed to be, all the dons, I was doing it because I was filming at the same time, trying to focus my camera, trying to make sure that I'm in frame. So everything went haywire. Also, that's why I'm here trying to tell you, make sure that you don't see it's forming so much lump, and I'm leaving it because I'm trying to see if I'm in focus. So it will take time to melt. Just the way it's melting, it's taking time for it to melt right now. And also make sure your oil, make sure your sugar does not turn brown or too brown, because I kept on leaving it on the fire to make sure that my camera was focused. So if you leave it too much, it's going to turn brown, and when it turns too brown, your candy is going to come out a little bit brownish. Like it won't come out, it won't have that fine yellowish color. So don't allow your sugar to turn too brown, like the way I like it to turn too brown. This is a no-no, but still I did it because I was just filming and doing this at the same time. So pardon me. So at this point, you're going to eyeball the amount of baking soda you're going to use. Don't use too much baking soda, because if you use too much baking soda, it's going to come out too metallic. I mean, it's going to come out too bitter. So this is the amount of baking soda that I use. So immediately you start to turn and take it out of the fire. So keep turning until it has risen and has this fine consistency. So at this point, when you're satisfied with the stir, you're going to portion it on the table according to the number of candy that you want, and you have to be very fast, because if you're not fast, it's going to start drying up. And so sorry for the mess I am making. My hands were not steady at this point, and that's because the pot was very hot. So I was trying to be fast, and at the same time it was just making a mess. So immediately you have to, not really immediately, you give it like 3 seconds for the surface to kind of like cool down a bit, and then you go in with your flat surface to kind of flatten the surface of the candy to give it a smooth surface. And immediately you're done doing that, you go in with your shape, because if you don't go in with your shape, it will dry up and you won't be able to carve out your shape anymore. So immediately you go in with your shape, like I said before. So this is the dangona candy. So I know it's not the best right now, I know it's not that beautiful facially, but this is basically how you can do the dangona candy. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, peace.